In Nigeria, residents in Enugu local government area Enugu are already counting their losses following Monday and Tuesday night's rainstorm in their community. Although no life was lost, the storm is said to have pulled down over 100 homes, schools, destroyed farm crops and other public facilities running into millions. In the meantime, the state government is distributing relief materials to affected families, assuring them of its commitment to an immediate reintegration back into society. It is now 3 days since a rainstorm wreaked havoc on Agbogugu community in Enugu local government area of Enugu state. Homes, schools, business places were not spared while the disaster lasted. No life was lost, but many residents are still struggling to come to terms with the level of damage.
There was a heavy wind that came with the rain. So when we noticed it, we wanted to come out, but the thing was too much. We couldn't even come out. So the next thing we saw was our roof. We didn't see our roof again. You get? Then the kitchen side, the thing just scattered everything. Then took our roof to the next compound.
There was what I may describe as cyclonic wind that eventually took off, and almost all the 9 villages we have in Abu were visited by this disaster. We are calling on government and other relevant agencies to come to the community for help.
Concerned with the loss of homes for some and means of livelihood for others, the state governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi visits the area to assess the situation. He orders for the immediate release of relief materials to the victims.
When we got the call about the rainstorm that occurred in Agbogugu community in Enugu state, we quickly activated our emergency response team that got to the scene of the disaster, and we carried out an on-the-spot assessment of the level of damage that occurred in the city. And thereafter, His Excellency directed the State Emergency Management Agency to provide relief materials for the affected persons, essentially to cushion the effects of the disaster that occurred in the community.
The victims say they are grateful for the quick response from the government. They further appeal that strategies are put in place for the State Emergency Management Agency, which is in charge of the distribution, to ensure the relief items get to those they are meant for. In Kenya, hundreds more of people are fleeing their homes as the country continues to battle floods northeast of the capital, Nairobi. The Red Cross organization says the situation is dire, and with heavy rainfall persisting, the flood waters will continue to pose a risk to thousands more across the country. Many roads have been submerged and are now impassable, and the state-owned power company says the Kiamber Dam in the capital is overflowing. The aid organization says it has asked people living downstream to evacuate their homes as rescue operations continue. In South Sudan, a newly installed solar-powered lighting system at the Juba Teaching Hospital is expected to improve health services and security in the country. The solar-power alternative to light up South Sudan's major public hospital is the latest project by the United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS. Well, South Sudan has limited electricity supply with an economy ruined by years of civil war.
A new solar power project funded by the United Nations mission in South Sudan has recently been handed over to the hospital's administration. Nurses, doctors and other staff at Juba Teaching Hospital say they will no longer have to scurry between wards and hospital departments at night because the facility did not have regular power supply.
We were using our mobile phone light. Sometimes the phone falls on the patient. We even use them to help insert drips. These were the most difficult moments for us, but now, we thank God, we have light, we can work better.
The alternative power will help medics keep the facility running better, 24 hours a day. The lamps will be automated, switching on as darkness sets in and soaking up energy during the day.
Sometimes we have cases of women who need to deliver, but with the darkness it becomes difficult for a nurse to help. So giving birth without light sometimes results in a loss of life. But as you can see, there are people who think about the people of South Sudan. May God bless them.
Devastated by decades of civil war with Khartoum, South Sudan has a limited electricity supply. Those who can afford it use diesel generators to run their homes and businesses. This power project, which cost approximately $50,000 includes solar panels, batteries and lamps.
Sometimes we need investigations to be conducted across different wards. So the movement of our patients and doctors and nurses who are working in the hospital was in jeopardy because it's dark, sometimes they're afraid, and then this one impacts the treatment of our patients. Now with the installation of these solar panels in Juba Teaching Hospital, the path is widened, people could walk at night, nobody fears, and our doctors are actually happy to come all across from the emergency department into the wards to see in case we have patients who develop problems.
While the new solar-powered lights have helped solve some problems, Dr. Kami says the main hospital in the country still needs more light in some operating rooms and wards, and a proper sanitation and sewage system, among other interventions.
Still to come on the program, French billionaire Vincent Bolloré under formal investigation over corruption of foreign public officials in West Africa. Please join us again.